Hi, I'm Matt from eSpares. In this video, I'll show you how to replace a Hob Ring Regulator on a Rangemaster cooker. If one of your Hob rings fails to come on or comes on uncontrollably, then it is likely to be the regulator that needs replacing. Safety first, always disconnect an appliance before carrying out any work. The next thing I need to do is to remove the grill vent at the back of the cooker by undoing the 6 screws that hold it in place. With the vent grill now removed, the next thing I need to do is to release this half of the cooker top. To do that, I need to remove the griddle cover, take out the griddle reflector, and then undo these 2 screws here. With both screws removed, I can slide this half of the cooker top out and lift it out of the way. Next, I need to release this half of the cooker top by undoing the 2 screws that hold it in place. With the screws removed, I can now shift this half of the cooker top forward before resting it on the back. Now I can access the screws that hold the control fascia in place, 4 at the top, 4 at the bottom. But the next thing I'm going to do is to remove all the knobs. With all the screws removed, I can now drop down very carefully the control fascia. And here we have all the regulators behind. Now, it's the 3rd regulator from the left that I'm going to be changing. So what I'm going to do is just loosen the screws, holding it in place. Not take them out fully, but just loosen them. So it makes removing the regulator easier in a moment. And then what I need to do is to remove this panel here by undoing the 2 screws and nuts that hold it into place. So I'm just going to use a pair of pliers to hold the nuts in position while I undo the screw. With the screws removed, the 2 parts of the cover separate. And here we can see the regulators inside. So I'm just going to unscrew the one that needs replacing. And then I can lift it out and up, just so it's easier to work. And grab your new regulator. And using the numbers by the electrical connections, if necessary, I can transfer the connections from the old regulator onto the new one. With our new regulator wired up, I can now refit it to the outer panel and refit the screws as well to hold it in place. With our new regulator loosely screwed in, I can then screw in the front panel before fitting the rear panel to it. With the screw most of the way in, I can grab the rear panel, fit that over our screw, put the nut on by hand as far as I can, and then using pliers and the screwdriver, make sure the nut and screw are nice and tight. I can then do the other side. Once you're happy that the screw and nut are in place, remember to tighten the screws that hold the regulator in position. And then I can replace the control fascia, just being very careful not to trap any of these wires. Then I can refit the screws that hold the control fascia in place and also refit all of the knobs. I can then refit this half of the cooker top. So just place it just hanging off the side of the cooker, and then it should slide nicely into position, like so. I can then screw the two screws back in. Then I can refit the griddle parts. And the only thing left to do is to replace the vent grille. So there we have it, one new regulator fitted to this Rangemaster cooker. Remember, spares and accessories for all the appliances around your home can be found on the eSpares website. Thanks for watching.